First things first, get beer. Okay, beer under control. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more of the Port Royale 4 beta. Seville 3 here, which is my ship, is kind of, well, parked in Seville, and I've got a bit of a plan. I've got an idea here. We've got a couple of things that we're supposed to be doing around here. One is getting a whole bunch of people somewhere else. So we're supposed to go to the capital city here. What the heck is the name of your city? Yeah, Maracaibo. We're supposed to be getting a bunch of people out of there and moving them basically anywhere else. And we're supposed to be learning how beer works. Now, the problem with beer is we can't research beer until we get a fame point. And as we can see here, we're only about halfway to getting a fame point. However, when we take goods to the capital city, we get a little uptick of fame. So we've got to go there anyway for a couple of reasons. And I had an idea. Now, when we're transporting humans, we don't seem to be able to do that automatically. I can't set that up as an automatic trade route, which would be very nice, but I can't. I seem to have to pick them up in person. Now, Seville 3, I believe, will only carry about 80 people. I wanted to see if adding some more ships to this convoy means we could transport more people at once. I mean, it just makes sense. If you've got more boats, you can take more passengers. That's my thought process. And we can take a bunch more goods there. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the boatyard. And there's not a lot for sale, pretty much the same things we saw last time, but we have some money. I've got almost 250,000 gold up there. So what would have, say, a good cargo capacity? The flute, which is just super fun to say. I love saying that. The flute. Okay, we could get that. That's got 500 cargo capacity. And that can take, well, it has 80 crew. I wonder if that counts towards the number of people that we can take with us. Not a great draft, but a lot of this trip is going to be open ocean, so it's largely irrelevant. I am going to go ahead for 50k and purchase that. Thank you very much. What else you got kicking around here? That's about it, really, isn't it? Brig, bark, sloop. None of these are particularly exciting. I might get this bark. Let's put a convoy together here. Let's get some ships in the convoy here. Right, so starting with Seville 3, I'm going to add that flute and I'm going to add that bark. Right, that is now a convoy. Now, what kind of trading could we do here? We know they want cotton. I don't know why, I believe they make their own, but I've got tons of it. So I am more than happy. You know what? We're just going to get all of it. Get all the cotton. And anything else they want, we're going to have to pick up on the way, because we don't produce tobacco, we don't produce coffee, we don't produce cacao, and I got called out for my pronunciation of that word. I went ahead and did the Googles and looked it up. There are 2 pronunciations for that word. I am using one of them. So we don't have any of that. We're going to have to pick it up along the way to Maracaibo, and that's a little bit of a hike. Who could we grab on the way there? Like Portobello. What do you make these days? Ooh, corn, beer, and hemp. That's all good stuff, but not really what they're looking for. Where does Maracaibo live? Oh, it's all the way over here. Okay, anyone we can grab on the way there that might have the things that I'm looking for? Not so much. Oh, you'll do tobacco. We could go down there to Cartagena and grab some tobacco. How about, whatever this is, Nicoli here? Yeah, not so much, really. Okay, well, I'm mostly interested in the people. The people is the thing I'm going for. But if I found some of that along the way, that's only going to help our fame. See if there's anyone else in the neighborhood who does the things that I want them to do. No, you do Keiko. Okay, start me heading down here to Cahuita? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to head in that direction. We'll grab some chocolate, if that makes the pronunciation easier for people listening. We'll grab some chocolate beans and head on over. Actually, forget that. On the way, Puerto Cabezas has coffee and chocolate beans. We'll grab that there, then we'll head over to Maracaibo. Where am I? I'm just sort of puttering around the coast here. Those ships with the high draft, that's going to limit how quickly I can move in the coast. But again, a lot of what we're going to do is going to be open water here, so we'll do a little faster that way. Now, pulling into pull back so we can speed it up a little. There we go. Pulling into port here. What could we possibly grab? What are you? You're a merchant from Puerto Cabezas. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, other merchants are doing their thing around here. I'm not the only guy in town. Okay, what you got here? What you got? Tobacco? Well, no, you don't do tobacco. You do coffee. I will take all of it, and I'll take all of this. I'm just spending money to make money here. And by make money, I mean figuring out how beer works. I could grab a little bit more on the way. I just gutted that place. That doesn't mean I can't get some more on the way down. What are you doing here? Is that vegetables? Okay. Probably not on that account. But there was another town down here that did the things that I wanted them to do. Yeah, you'll do. Come down here, me. Come down here. Yeah, they produce a fair bit of keiko, so I'm going to grab all of that. Don't really care about the price at this point, just looking for the fame. That puts my carry capacity 714 out of 1250. I could still grab some other things. Yeah, you're the beer and hemp people. Not so much with you. I was going to start heading in this direction, just so I'm moving, and if something else pops up along the way, I'll let myself know. Yeah, now we're moving a little faster in open water here. Cartagena has tobacco. We'll grab some of that while we're in the neighborhood, and then we're almost where we want to be. I am very interested to see how many people we can bring around with us, how many passengers we can carry with 3 ships now. It's got to be more. It just has to be, otherwise nothing makes sense. Yeah, they've got a good production of tobacco here. I'm going to buy all of that. They actually have quite a bit of cotton, and I've got the hold for it. They produce a heck of a lot of cotton. They also use a heck of a lot of cotton. Interesting. All right, I'm going to take whatever I can take. There we go. I'm maxed. I am full. Everything is full. Let's get over to What's it here, the capital city, drop all of this off, and pick up some people. Finally landing in port here. Let's see what we can do. I am just going to basically dump everything. My plan is to dump everything. It's not about the price at this point as much as it's about the quantity of goods that I am selling them. So they want numbers more than anything. Boy, I picked up a lot of this. I picked up a lot of stuff here. Okay, and then a little bit of chocolate beans, so I don't have to say the word that people think I'm mispronouncing, even though I'm not really sure that I am. Okay, that's got to be good for something. Now, how many people can I have? This is the important part of this equation. More than 80. Yeah, more than 80. I can get 260 in 3 ships. Absolutely. Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't need to drop them somewhere specific. I just need to drop them in other towns. While I'm here, I'm not going to go all the way home. That's the thing. I'm not going to go all the way back to Seville. That's silly. What I should do is go back to the same towns where I just bought all the stuff that they like. Speaking of which, how did we do on that? What are you feeling about that? Yeah, we dropped off a lot of stuff. Plus 28 fame. We got our fame point. Okay. This is what we need to be doing right here. This is what's getting us the fame. 3 ships carrying a ton of largely useless stuff that they could have got locally, not from me, is getting us a whole bunch of fame. First things first, get beer. Okay, beer under control. Thank you very much. Now, me, why don't I go, somewhere? Let's just start moving here. I always go to Portobello. You don't ever have anything that I need. Head over to, you don't have anything I need either. Head over to, you have a few things I need, but I just gutted you. So you're not going to have those things. I need a little bit of time for people to get their production back up and running. Why don't you, it's a bit of a hike, but it's going to give time for these towns to produce some things. You've got tobacco. Start heading towards Tella. When we get there, we'll drop off some folks, and then we'll start working our way back, dropping people off as we need to, and do the whole process again. And while we're doing that, we're going to swing over to Campeche, where we produce a whole bunch of grain, like not a small amount of grain, and get some beer going in the place. Yeah, now we're talking brewery. How much is this going to set me back? 20K a pop and some materials that I may or may not have there. I'm not sure what the brick situation is around this area, but let's go. You know what? Hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. They'll figure the materials out at some point. They will figure it out. Somebody will bring bricks over here. If I have to, I'll bring them myself at some point. But where am I? Where's Seville 3 these days? There I am. Okay, I'm working my way over to Tella eventually. Okay, making it over to Tella, I should probably actually put in for some repairs. That would not be the worst idea in the world. I'll do that when I'm done with trading here. But let's talk. How many people will you take? Will you take all my people? Yeah, you'll take all my people. There you go. Everybody lives in Tella now. Now, Tella, what do you got kicking around here? You have a little bit of tobacco and coffee, and yeah, you know what? You got all 3 things. Long story short, you've got all 3 things, and I'm going to take all 3 things. Do you have any cotton while I'm here? A little bit. You bought that from somebody, though. Actually, you may have just bought that from me, because I just saw Seville 1 pull in here. Yeah, you don't actually produce that yourself. Okay, now I'm just going to rinse and repeat. I'm going to go back through the coast here, pick up some stuff, start me going. Oh shoot, I forgot to do repairs. I'll do it when I get down to Puerto Cabezas here. Okay, I put in for repairs here, so I'm probably going to have to sit here for a few days. We have been traveling for a while. What have you got? Got a lot of coffee. I like you already, and I'll take all of this too. Thank you very much. That's about it, really. No cotton, no tobacco. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to sit here and get repaired, and then we're going to keep this train a-rolling. What would be the next logical target that's going to have things that I want to take to the other place? You don't really have a heck of a lot of anything. Well, you actually have tons of good stuff. I just don't want any of it. Or more to the point, Porto or Marciabo doesn't want any of it. Why do you have a little star? Do you have a thing? Do you have a quest of some sort? Anyway, what do you sell these days? Oh, yeah, you've got Keiko and or chocolate beans, if we want to call it that. I might grab you on the way down. Yeah, teensy tiny minor hitch in my accelerating through fame points ideas that I'm bleeding money. I am just hemorrhaging money. Money is all over the floor right now, because I'm not selling smart. I'm just grabbing stuff and taking it down there. Ooh, there's a captain available. Oh, whom? Hi. Or Ordano, welcome. You're an embarker. What does that actually mean? Capacity is increased. Oh, that is very good. That is very, very good. You're not terrible. How much do you cost? 50 gold a day? Sure. Why not? I mean, you don't have as good a mustache as my past captain, but he's got other things to do. Sure, let's hire you. Except I can't because I don't have enough captain's licenses. All right, so I can only have one at a time right now. Okay, fair enough. So back to this. We are bleeding money right now. I should probably just get to Marciabo and sell what I've got. As in terms of it being a merchant and buying and selling game, I'm doing this horribly right now because I'm just buying whatever I can buy at the max price and then dumping it in Marciabo, whether they want it or not, or whether they're going to give me a good price, just to get the fame out of them, and also to get over here, to get some people out of here. Ah, that'll be the beer done. Excellent. That will be the beer finished. Yes, we have 4 beer production things in Campeche. Boy, they are going to have a good old time in that town tonight. But we're going to keep the idea of moving people around right now. And if I happen to get a couple extra fame points while I'm doing this, that's no bad thing. Well, good to see this town again here. Let's dump what I've got, which is quite a bit, actually, quite a bit. So I've got no cotton, though. That would be the only real reason for me to go back to Seville, because we are swimming in that there. Yeah, they're not super interested in this, but wow, actually, I tell a lie. We just made a ton of money doing that. Never mind, kids. Glad to be back in town. Yeah, ooh, okay, I'll take all your people, 260 of them, and let's go. Could I just bounce these up to the next town? Is there any reason I can't go down to, say, Gibraltar and get these guys in here? Just for argument's sake. I just want to see what happens. Let me just sail right down here. And how did that do for my fame while I was doing that? How much did you like me bringing those goods in? We're in a new month, so I missed that. Plus 19 points, though. Yeah, this is the way to get fame. It's right here. In fact, I should probably Well, I have one automatic trade route doing this, but it's not a very well set up one. It's a very limited run. But they are quietly ticking along with those items coming into Maracaibo. So that's a little bit more fame apart from what I'm doing manually. I'm just going to dump these guys in Gibraltar. Why not? Yeah, it just says in other towns. It doesn't have any... I don't have to bring them very far, is really the gist of this. So if I just dump you right here, does that satisfy some requirements here? Give me my journal again. Yeah, 702. I can bounce right back up here and grab some more. This is... Okay, I want the fame points, but this is also a really, really easy way to conclude this little part of the campaign. I mean, honestly, I feel these people could just walk over. It's not that far from Maracaibo to Gibraltar. It's basically across the harbor. You guys could just get in there at any time. Even a rowboat would do it for you. But if you guys need the trip, I'm more than happy to take. I'm not making any money doing this trip. But, actually, while I say that, what lives in Gibraltar? They've got Keiko, but nothing much. I'll grab some while I'm here. It'll just be a little bit more fame, but I think I'm only doing one more trip with these people anyway. I got back here so fast that the people I just dropped off are still in the town square. They're just milling around. I've dumped them off the ship, and there's like, hey, why do we live in Gibraltar now? Why are we here? And who are all these other people that are coming into town with us? So there we go. While I'm here, what do you guys have again? Oh, yes. Yes, chocolate. Not a lot, if we're all... Oh, there it is. Actually, I'm sorry, you do have quite a bit. I'll take it. It's some real quick fame that I can dump back in Maracaibo, but I'm not going to focus on that. How many more people do I actually have to move? 45. 45 people is all. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back home then. I think that's my move. I'm going to go back home. As I'm going back home to Seville, that'll let some money tick up. And I'll dump those job seekers. Actually, I'll dump those job seekers. Where's the place that I'm trying to become, lord of or something? Campeche, right? That's actually kind of a hike. I'll dump them at home. Okay, I only need 45, but I may as well take the max because it doesn't impact my carry capacity here. I'll take some pastries. Now I'm going to try and do this a little smarter. I will take, not quite that many pastries. How about 55 pastries is coming home with me? What else you got kicking around? Not a lot. You do coffee. I'll take some coffee home. I mean, I'd take it anyway. And you are more than happy to sell me a whole bunch of coffee. What else do you produce here? Metal, right. We don't do metal where I am in my part of the world, so I will take quite a bit of that. Thank you very much. And what else you got? Rope. We don't do rope either, so I will take not too much because I actually don't have that much hold space left. How about, 130 pieces of rope. Close enough. There we go. So we're going home. We're taking these 45 people, and we're going to take a long hike back to Seville. Well, that figures. Just as I'm pulling out of town, Maracaibo's got a special event going on where I could have got 10% off the construction of any vessel. I don't really have the money to afford a new vessel right now, but that would have been good. I only saw that just as we were heading out of there. You know what? I don't have the money for it, and I don't really need a new vessel right now. Probably my next move would be to start adding ships to the convoys that exist. Just get their carry capacity up. They can be hauling more things. Why do you have a star, Valladolid? What's your deal here? Oh, you have a task. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's what the stars I keep saying. Town is missing a commodity of pastries. Oh, I've got some in my hold. Oh, yeah, I will totally accept that. Go to Valladolid. I absolutely have pastries for you guys. How long do I have to do that? January 12th. Oh, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I've got almost a month to get over there, and I'm basically almost there anyway. Well, good news, Valladolid. I have pastries for you. I know you are very excited about this. I don't actually remember how many you wanted, but you can have... you know what, just take all of them. It's fine. Oh, I did a thing. I even got an achievement. Achievement A23. That's my favorite achievement. Beta access. Okay, what else? While I'm here, why don't you take the sailors? Because I don't need them anymore. There we go. I've got my thing checked off there. Now, while I'm here, how do you feel about anything else that, you're not wicked into coffee. That's fine. That's just more coffee for me. What else might you like that I have? How do you feel? Not so much there either. Okay, back that off a little bit. We're just going to have to dump all of this home. How do you feel about metal? You don't actually seem to have any. And you don't seem to want any. You're complicated, Viadolid. Let's roll back home and see what else we can dump. So back home in Seville, let's see what I can unload here. We've got quite a bit of rope that we picked up, and we're not super interested in that. Okay. Oh, wow. Nobody wants metal. Nobody's interested in that metal at all. Did I have any leftover pastries? No, I dumped all of those. Okay. How would you guys feel about some coffee? Not really so much on the coffee there. Okay, I may have made some poor choices in the stuff that I brought back, but it's something. And then I've got stuff in my hold. I've got things. Now, checking off those little quest boxes got me a thing point. So let's see what we could do with that. I could unlock rope. That will, get me rope. But I've got to go through rope to get to rum, which sells, we all know, sells like crazy around here. I've actually got to go through the weaving mill and rope to get rum, but that's theoretically possible. That's something we could pursue. Now, remind me what's going on up here. I could just get another captain. I do have that one for hire. Not the worst idea in the world. But I think I'm going to keep going down the commodities route. I'd like to unlock anything that we can do, I'd like to do. So yeah, I will buy rope as a concession point. Thank you very much. Now, I'm sure there's a next path to progress here. Yeah, kind of what I thought, really rather more of the same. So now the Viceroy would like us to start producing cotton and tobacco in Seville. We can obviously do both of those and then deliver that to Maracaibo. I've actually already delivered 384 out of 500. That's not going to take long to tick off there. I've got almost 2 years to do all of this. This is no problem at all. I think that is an excellent place to call it a day on the Port Royale 4 beta. I think we've had a good long look at Port Royale 4. We've got a real good idea of what's going on here, and continuing along the beta line, it's just largely going to be more of the same. It's going to be producing things in towns and swinging some ships around. And I'm sure after we tick off these boxes, it'll probably be something similar along the lines of start some businesses somewhere and then bring us some stuff. Real fun to play this. I've had a really good time playing this. This kind of scratches an itch in the gaming world that I've been looking for. So I'm glad to get the Port Royale 4 beta up for you guys to see. And I'm interested to play it when it does release in its full version. Do please let me know what you thought of the Port Royale 4 beta. Any comments, any concerns, do please let me know. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. If you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Bugs are inherently stupid, and they get in places and they can't get out. You know what places they get in? Things that are wide open that don't have screens over them. It's a piece of mesh. We figured this out like 100 years ago. What is wrong with the British, the Irish? I'm just going to keep shooting Hildegard until she goes away, which is my response to most nuns, really. So now, the pit of death is carbon dioxide, polluted oxygen, polluted water, and urine. I've just made it just a little bit worse for everyone down here.